Good evening. This is my Greenhouse Effect Lab Module 3 video, the greenhouse effect. In Module 3, we were asked to test the greenhouse effect. The greenhouse effect is the process of the atmosphere trapping heat and warming the Earth and influencing the Earth's energy balance. The most abundant greenhouse gases are water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide. In this video, I'll be discussing with you my experimental findings and going over my discovery. The experiment. This week's experiment allowed us to study the greenhouse effect and the temperatures within the Celsius range. These findings were without clouds and without gases. The different results were created using different variables, such as these naturally arising greenhouse gases effects and their average temperatures. The Earth's average temperature is between 15 Celsius or 59 degrees Fahrenheit without the greenhouse effect, and the average temperature would be negative 18 Celsius. Because humans burn fossil fuels, this sends extra carbon dioxide into the air. It interferes with the balance of the gases already in the atmosphere. The rising carbon dioxide over the decades has caused the heat to trap near the Earth, causing temperatures to rise exponentially. There have been predictions that the temperature of the Earth will grow due to the activities of humans, and this can possibly be avoided. However, these greenhouse gases are infrared protons that will interact with each other, causing an increase in the internal temperatures of the Earth. Data tables 1 and 2 show a direct relationship between greenhouse gases, climate change, and human activities. Human-linked activities cause carbon dioxide to increase and cause the Earth's average temperatures to increase. When I include clouds within the simulation, the temperatures have changed. When water vapors turn into liquid, keep in mind clouds are therefore liquid vapor, the water vapor becomes invisible. NASA says that when water vapor is released into the air, they attract tiny particles. There was not a vast temperature change when clouds were added to the data tables. The clouds caused many infrared protons underneath them to accumulate. The accumulation of infrared protons allowed fewer sunlight protons to reach the Earth's surface. The outcome of the experiment with the greenhouse gases and clouds would be similar to the changes in temperatures and climate changes that we do see currently. When there were no greenhouse gases but clouds were included within the simulation, the temperatures were warmer by a small amount. As visualized in data table 2, we can see that the date 1750 versus today had results that were very similar. There were some changes in the temperatures, however, it was warmer with the clouds than it was without the clouds. When the simulation of the maximum concentration of gases were in the air with the clouds, the temperature became warmer. The warmer temperatures were a result of the greenhouse gases mixing with the water vapor in the clouds. The maximum concentration of gases in clouds results in infrared protons being trapped underneath them, causing the temperatures to rise, even with the sunlight protons being blocked by the clouds. One thing that we should keep in mind is that humans emit greenhouse gases and tend to involve themselves in a lot of the current changes in the climate. From Table 1, we can understand that the global climatic temperature is increased by 1 degree Celsius from 1750 to the present day. This 1 degree Celsius is changing, triggering lots of climate issues and the things that we see today, mainly including the sea level changes and the melting of the polar ice sheets. This is very fast changes happening on Earth every single day. The only reason behind it has to be from us, and this has to involve the greenhouse gases and the atmosphere. The global warming effect is evidence that shows in Table 2 that the natural humidity does not change, but the carbon dioxide concentration increases from 280 ppm to 338 ppm. Methane gas concentrations increase from 0.730 ppm to 1.843 ppm. And nitrous oxide concentrations increase from 0.270 ppm to 0.317 ppm. If the environment continues to be impacted by the Earth's warming and the temperatures being record high, we can slightly notice from Table 1, it shows that if the greenhouse gases concentrations increase from present level to maximum concentration, the global temperatures of the Earth will increase by 4 degrees Celsius. And results of the maximum impacts of sea level rising can negatively impact everyone around us and the Earth and anything. One example of this could be the sea level rising and subsiding of islands and low elevation areas of the Earth. More disasters will ensue, such as tsunamis, droughts, flooding, storms, and so much more. As an individual, what are some ways that we can reduce emissions from these compounds? I suggest that the mitigation for this scenario is only one thing. By interjecting ourselves into the role of protector of the Earth, protector of the people that we love, and everyone around us. And there's no way to do that but to change our habits. We must begin using eco-friendly products, alternate energy sources, other things like hydrocarbons, like electricity, and well-educated people will help the Earth maybe reduce the effect of the greenhouse gases. I know for myself, educating my kids now about how important it is to reduce, reuse, and recycle has also been one of the impacts that I hope will help the Earth in the future. In conclusion, there was an increase in temperature due to the greenhouse gases mixing with water vapor and all the other greenhouse gases. From the simulation, we can only indicate the water vapor. The results of this experiment found that the greenhouse gases do cause an impact on the temperature of the Earth, as well as the human activity causing an increase in these greenhouse effect. If the temperature on Earth continues to go higher, there will be more of instances of glaciers melting and the impact of rainfall and anything that involves the weather and the environment. Alternate energy and recycling should be something that we should educate ourselves on in order to reduce the impact of the greenhouse effect.